yet. All right, go get him down, get him down. All right. So much stress, so much pressure on the line here for these guys and the mechanics. Because the mechanics, they got to work in qualifying. Normally in qualifying, you fill them up at the start, then you're done. You just watch them. Ain't happening, though, here at the Roar Nets. Presented by J Concepts here on LiveRC.com. Dakotah was sent out last. And he cut the track, they said. I do not know what the I have to think that the instructions were not that you couldn't cut the track, because we've seen a lot of people doing it. So they haven't been penalizing him. So, very interesting to see how it plays out. Maybe he is going to make the run.
Especially if they put him out at the very last second. You know, then you're completely top with fuel and you cross the line at the tone. You have the best chance of making it.
And it's very, very, very surprising that he cut the track. Again, as a racer, if you're not instructed that a lot of races, it's not a big deal. You do it. So,
but why didn't he have his mechanic top him up and put him down behind the loop?
You can do that also, but then you're losing a head of steam, you know, coming onto the straightaway. Yeah. You're starting from almost a dead stop.
It's true.
So we'll see.
You know, the mechanics also play a big role here, too, with Dakotah Phend, because they have to relay that information to him saying, hey, you're in this position and you've got this much lead on this driver and whatever. Because if he's got a big lead, then you come in for fuel. You right? Because you don't want to chance it. Because you're going for position. You're not going off of time here. So you want to have obviously the highest time, but you want to finish first in this qualifier.
Yes, but the time definitely matters, because you're going to compare it to what Cavalieri had, and we got a whole lot of 17s out of the gate here. Maybe we are going to see, but Seth leaving off where he finished there in Q number 2, out front leading away. Van Dalen out front.
Picking up Camden Lime here. Lime currently sitting in 8th position.
Lime had a stellar Q number 2. Ended up bringing home a 3 for the round, and he needed that. Be great to see Camden make it directly into the semis. That'd be awesome.
Right now we got Van Dalen up in the number 1. Oh,
my fault.
Van Dalen up in the number 1. Rivkin 2. Mayfield 3. Phend 4. Frankie 5. Lime 6. Jonah Wilson 7. Lee Setzer 8. Brandon Rose 8. Jared Tebow 9. Wiggins in the 10.
Chase Lemieux way in the back. Chase definitely can. He's got one good one and one fair result. But he needs one more solid one to try to lock into the semifinals. Only one guy locks directly into the finals, and that is the TQ.
Top 10 drivers here have got Cavalieri's TQ time of 16:10:09 covered for now. Still got to do fuel stops. 3:20 down, 6:40 to go.
All right, Seth leading the way, followed by Spencer. Rivkin now looking strong here. At the start of Q3, Phend, followed by Wilson, Mayfield, and Tebow. Frankie Contreras. He had a good run yesterday. We gave Frankie lots of track cam yesterday as we were watching him have a good. We pick up Mr. Rivkin here. Rivkin rocking the Associated. Rocking new colors this weekend. Kind of broke the internet when he went to, he just was trying to brighten it up. There's a whole story behind the story. But Rivkin out there looking good. 0.8 of a second behind Van Dalen. Associated guys been working hard. I walked in there, talked to them guys a couple times. Rivkin coming in early fuel stop here. One of the first to come in. King on a grab, BT on a gun. A good stop down and away. I like that, putting them on the down ramp from Saxton.
Yep. I like how BT Fuel got out of the way. Knew Saxton was coming.
Just get out the way.
Well, they're definitely pros when it comes to the fuel stops. Trying to give Rivkin the best chance possible. Dakotah Phend now taking over that number 2 spot. Mayfield up to the 3. I mean, this may be where Dakotah Phend throws caution to the wind, right? Because he's sitting in second. Van Dalen's got him by 1 second. But still a lot of time left. We're not even halfway. Almost, though.
But Van Dalen has a TQ right now. So if he gets a second one here, that puts Phend behind.
That's true.
So I think, well, I don't know. What do we know? Yeah. We're armchair quarterbacks in here, you know what I mean? Right. Brian Lutz, 3 steps, and he's across the lane. All right, Van Dalen. That time, 38.9. Phend, 39.6, 1.7 is the gap.
Yeah, if Van Dalen gets this one, then Dakotah Phend has got to do whatever he can in the next one. So that way, but they both have a first-place finish. Because they're just taking top 2. Right now, Van Dalen's got Dakotah Phend lead by 1.7.
Or do you stretch it out? We know Dakotah can go that, 8-9 minutes. He can normally do that. So do you think about it as you're driving? If you're 2 seconds behind and there's, you're coming up on the 9-minute mark and you think about it, all right, you just push it. You're 2 seconds behind the leader now. If you don't pit, you got a chance to get that TQ. I don't know. There's so many thoughts that could come in. What do we know? We're in a studio commentating. We're not out there wheeling it with all the pressure, all the stress that these guys have. Van Dalen, Phend, Sontag now throwing down some laps and moving on up. How about Camden Line throwing down a hot lap at a race back there in 12? He had that one crash that we saw in the backside. That dropped him way back, but he just did a hot lap. Chase Lemieux doing his hot lap there, 37.5, but it's still Van Dalen and Phend. Van Dalen Van Dalen in the pits. All right, a good stop down there from Van Dalen. So this is going to move Phend. Now, Phend was only a half a second last time they crossed the line. So we're on Phend. So what does Phend do now? Does he pit? Does he push? We don't know. We'll find out in the next 3 minutes and 12 seconds.
Man, this is you know that Phend is thinking about it right now. 3 minutes left to go here in round number 3, excuse me. You know he's thinking, this could be it, because now he's improved to 0.2, so 0.2. So Phend had a faster lap, and there it is. So Seth Van Dalen dropping now officially 3 seconds behind Phend. Now, Fend's pit stop is going to take at least 5 seconds, right?
Yeah, normally with the in and out. Somebody wanted some Frankie Contreras Jr. on your screen. There he is, racing with Dakotah Phend.
I mean, so Dakotah Phend pits, and then that puts Seth Van Dalen, roughly 2 seconds up on Phend, because he's currently 3 seconds back now. So Dakotah Phend, 37.2. I hear some hollering out there.
Hollering outside the J-Concept LiveRC.com studio. People hollering. What are they hollering at? They got Dakotah Phend out front. Money on the downside there. Seth right now, 3.8. So again, Seth pitted. Dakotah has not.
Dakotah just improved by almost a half a second on that last lap. 37.2.
We are on a 17-lap run. If he pits, he's going to lose that 17. Maybe he has to pit. It might be a moot point that we're just wasting oxygen talking about it, but we don't know. Minute 45. We know he can go 9. He's at 8:17 right now. If he goes one more lap, he's going to push it and go for it. What's going to happen? Chloe, I'm sure you're online watching. What's he going to do? Is he going to go for it? Nancy and Doug, are you guys watching back home? Is he going to go for it? What's he going to do? What's the plan? I'm sure you had a team meeting with him on the phone. Let us know.
4.2 seconds now is the lead for Phend. He would be so close at this point with a minute 15 left to go.
We're going to know here in the next 2 corners. Sorry for walking in. What's he going to do? What's he going to do? He's going for it. Here we go. Game on. 9 minutes in the books. He is going for a 10-minute run. We know that Drake can make it happen. Can D. Phend do it and earn another TQ here? TQ so important here at the Roar Nationals here, because you lock in and go directly into the championship final. 49 seconds on the clock. Dakotah's got 3 laps to go, 2.5. Does he have enough fuel in the tank as Seth Van Dalen just throws down his hot lap, trying to make it happen? He's 3.7 back. Here comes Phend across the line. Phend is staying out 9.5 minutes in. Can he do it?
Let's go, Dakotah Phend. Seth Van Dalen on his 16-lap run, where Dakotah Phend's on a 17-lap run. So as long as Dakotah Phend can cross the line at 16 laps, that's all that matters here, because he will get that extra lap.
And
so
go ahead.
I was going to say only 10 seconds left to go in this one, and Dakotah Phend could put his way to another first-place finish here in qualifier 3.
He's got to get to the line. If he gets to the line, he's going to get it. He's going. He's already 10 minutes in. Can he get to the line? He's got to the line, so he's on lap 17. So his time is going to be faster unless Seth can get to the line. What does Seth have? No, he's on a 10:01. So Seth across the line, 10 flat .9. So Dakotah is going to take this one. He's going to have a faster time, but now he's at 10:22. Oh my goodness, how much can he get? Run time, making it happen here. This is going to be the story of qualifying. Dakotah Phend making it happen here as he comes around. Only one guy has visited the 17-lap club, and across the line, gripping and ripping, Dakotah Phend making it happen. There's a great shot of D. Phend next to Frankie on the driver's stand with Lemieux. What a drive for Dakotah, going 17 laps.
Man, what a run there from Dakotah Phend. What a battle between him and Seth Van Dalen, back and forth. Dakotah Phend, though, just like Scotty said, the only driver to get a 17-lap run in qualifying. That is incredible.
Look at Cavalieri Mason from the B sort. They're in the top 10. So Dakotah, Seth, Mayfield, Wilson, Sante, Tebow 6, Cavalieri 7, Fuller 8, Rivkin 9, Frankie Jr. going to get a 10, Camden Line 11, Adam Drake 12, Setzer 13, Lutz 14, and B. Rose going to round out the 15. Man, oh man, what a run there from Dakotah Phend. Wow.